The Russian Navy's need for new fifth-generation fighters. May Su-57 enter as a carrier-based fighter? Russia's Air Force has little need for a fifth-generation fighter at present. The country's naval aviation is in a far poorer state and has considerably greater need for a new aircraft. The Russian Navy is currently planning to induct 4 new amphibious assault ships, 2 of which are set to displace approximately 40,000 tons fully loaded, and these new warships are likely to deploy specialized combat aircraft with short takeoff, vertical landing, STOVL, or vertical takeoff and landing, VTOL, capabilities. Modernized with next-generation technologies, with Russia currently planning to induct large carrier warships, possibly supercarriers based on the Storm concept, the country's navy could have much need for conventional fixed-wing fighters in the near future. Unlike the Air Force, the Russian Navy's prime air superiority fighter, the Su-33, has seen relatively little modernization since its entry into service in the 1990s and lacks the capabilities to contend with leading rival platforms. With the Su-33 poorly suited to deploying from the country's sole serving carrier, the Admiral Kuznetsov, a role for which the heavy fighter was never intended, and with the jets set to be retired in the near future, Russia's ability to contest air superiority at carrier-based fighters will be further undermined. While a future Russian supercarrier may deploy Su-57, the country's defense planners appear to be inclined towards a fifth-generation air superiority fighter. Indeed, considering that a carrier-based Su-57 will remain viable for longer than a flanker variant and has more room to incorporate future upgrades, this could well be a more cost-effective investment rather than acquiring enhanced Su-33 jets and replacing them a few years later. Fielding considerably superior combat capabilities, inducting the Su-57 could allow the Russian Navy to commission a smaller contingent of the fighters should it choose the Su-57, and this could in turn facilitate a lighter but more efficient carrier. Russia may move to induct a new carrier in the 2020s which, considering the testing currently being carried out for new systems such as electromagnetic catapults and the country's renewed military focus on the strategically critical Pacific theater, where carriers are a particularly prized asset, remains a considerable possibility. With plans for a new carrier in mind, United Aircraft Corporation chief designer Sergei Korotkov noted that the defense aerospace manufacturer was ready to begin development of a carrier variant of the Su-57, emphasizing the importance both of an electromagnetic launch system and of tailoring the fighter to operate effectively, making full use of such systems. Use of such a catapult system combined with the fighter's long-range, cutting-edge next-generation avionics, air superiority airframe and advanced standoff capabilities, from the K-77 and R-37M air-to-air missiles to the Kh-38M and Kh-36 air-to-ground missiles, makes for a combination which will surpass all carrier-based competitors by a significant margin. Ultimately, Russia's Navy may have urgent need for a new carrier-based air superiority fighter should it induct a new full-sized warship, whereas the Russian Air Force will likely not need the Su-57 in significantly numbers for well over a decade to come. The result is that, should the carrier program go ahead, a carrier-based variant of the Su-57, likely named Su-57K or some similar derivative mark, could well enter mass production well before the conventional ground-based variant does. While the Su-35, and other advanced flanker variants, are set to remain the mainstay of the Russian Air Force's fighter fleet for some year to come, the Navy could see a fifth-generation Su-57 enter service as its prime fighter at a much earlier date. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.